Hey guys, it's Sora here with another collection video. This time my PS4 collection. Now as you can see, this one is very large, like even bigger than the PS5 and the Switch collections, so that's why this one has taken me so long to actually get to. But yeah, anyway, let's start because otherwise we'll be here all day. First, we have AOT, Wings of Freedom. This is the first Attack on Titan game. I have the other one on Switch. It's basically the same thing, just not as good, in my opinion. But yeah. We have Adventure Time Finn and Jake Investigations. I've actually platinumed this game. It's pretty much like an adventure, not point and click, but like combine this object with this object to do this thing kind of game. That's okay. We have Akiba's Beat. Now, this game is basically pretty much a ripoff of Persona in a lot of ways, but not as good in my opinion. It's an okay game still. It's pretty hard to find. So, well, physically anyway. But yeah, we have Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. My favorite of the Assassin's Creed games. This is the one that I believe, is this the one with Connor Kenway? I don't remember if it is. But yeah, this is my favorite one. This is one of the pirates. I like that one. We have Asterix and Obelix XXL 2. A lot of references to other video games here. You have enemies that are dressed like Mario with Flood. You have a Crash Bandicoot giant balloon in one level. There's Spyro references. There's Tomb Raider references. The guy that does the tutorials is literally I can't remember his name, but he's like a Sam Fisher parody. Yeah, a lot of video game references in this, and the game is actually really funny as well. We have Back to the Future, the game, the 30th anniversary edition. This is the Telltale game. This game is actually very, very, very hard to find because it's not a print because they lost the license to it, and I think it's being delisted from it's also being delisted from the PlayStation Store. So the only way to still have this game and play it is either have it originally downloaded or this. So I'm lucky to have this. I might do a playthrough of this game at some point on the channel, but I don't know yet. I don't know if it will actually let me. Yeah. We have Ben 10, based on the reboot. It's pretty much a standard beat 'em up side-scrolling game, kind of. Well, not side-scrolling, but like a standard beat 'em up kind of game. It's not that bad, but it's not like brilliant either. We have Bloodborne, a game which people are waiting to have released on PC and a PS5 version. A very, very, very difficult game, but a very good game. But yeah, if you play this on a PS5, it has a 60 FPS patch, I believe. We have Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, which is a Castlevania, well, Metroidvania kind of game that's definitely inspired by Castlevania. But yeah, pretty good game actually. We have Cat Quest and Cat Quest 2 Possum Pack. Cat Quest 2 is the better of the two games. I don't think you can do the first game co-op, but I know you can the second. Also, it has a reversible cover, which is literally just Cat Quest 2. I kept this cover because it shows both games. We have Concrete Genie, a really great game with a very strong message behind it about anti-bullying. Very, very, very good game. It has VR capacities as well, but I haven't got VR. We have a game that anybody who watches my Let's Plays will be very familiar with. Crash Bandicoot N. Sane Trilogy. I am currently playing through the first Crash Bandicoot game on the channel. I got very stressed out with the recent episode with that dam bridge. The second part of it will either be up before this or after this, depending on like which one like finishes uploading first. But yeah, really great remakes of the original games, and like I said, I'm doing a Let's Play of the first game. I've actually got to the third island. I'm gonna do 2 and 3, but I don't know if I'll do them straight after. But yeah. We have Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, which came out on my birthday a few years ago. I talked about this in the Switch collection. This is basically, a lot of people would regard this as the best kart racing game ever. It has exclusive retro content that's only on the PlayStation 4 version. Yeah. Also has the Nitro kart stages and other stuff. We have Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. Interestingly, this has a PS5 version, but you need the PS4 disc to like play the PS5 version because there is no physical PS5 version. Very, very, very difficult game that I do plan on playing on the channel at some point. Just don't expect me to get those purple dev relics because it ain't gonna happen. We have Days Gone. This game would have got a sequel, but it didn't do so well, so it didn't. Yeah, this is made by the same people who made the Siphonful games back in the day. It's okay, but it's not a brilliant game. I do have a memory of this game with me getting trapped in a diner by a zombie bear. But yeah. Could have benefited from having like a co-op mode, kind of. We have The Blob 2. Basically, you kill everything. It's a cool game. It's a really cool game, actually. You'll have to ignore the noise you're hearing in the background. People are complaining about stuff. You have Dead Island Definitive Edition, which has Dead Island and Dead Island Riptide and Dead Island Retro Revenge. I prefer Dead Island 2. Dead Island is still a great game, though. Just not as good as the second game. Or technically third game, if you count Riptide. We have Destiny, the Taken King, that has the expansions here that listed there, Dark Below, House of Wolves, and the Taken King. I'm not a big fan of Destiny. Not by any stretch. So, yeah. I just have this because I find it for cheap and I was enjoying it at the time. We have DMC, the reboot, the Definitive Edition. This game isn't actually as bad as people say it is. I mean, the gameplay is still DMC, we know. It's just the Dante is different, but I don't mind. I actually like it. People are probably gonna roast me now for that, but I can't help it. I like it. You have Diablo 3, The Reaper of Souls, Ultimate Evil Edition. I like how it says also includes the Diablo 3 original game. Like you didn't know that already. I like it. I still think Diablo 2 is the best Diablo game. But yeah, it's a really cool game. I really like it. We have Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. It's okay. It's weird. It's set mostly in a digital world where you're basically a detective. But yeah, it's not that bad. And on to the next pile here. We have, I'll move that a little long so I can fit them all over. We have Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Hacker's Memory. It's pretty much the same thing as the other game, just more expanded, and yeah, just it's okay still. We have Digimon World Next Order, which is basically I'm gonna say it's a remake of the original PS1 Digimon game because it pretty much is. Yeah, it's basically a remake of that. Yeah, that's okay. I don't have the other Digimon games on PS4. We have Dirt Rally, the first Dirt Rally. Still a pretty good game. I don't have Dirt Rally 2.0 because I have it digitally on Xbox. In fact, there's a few games that you'll be like, why don't you have this or this? It's because I have them on Xbox or they just don't appeal to me. But yeah, it's pretty good. We have Dirt 4. This is the Dirt that had all the procedurally generated tracks. This was the first one to do that. It actually is procedurally generated as well, which is kind of cool. There's like literally hundreds and hundreds of options for it, so it's kind of crazy. Also, the co-driver sounds like Rob Brydon. We have Dragon Quest XI, Echoes of an Elusive Age. Really, really, really great Dragon Quest game. Probably my favorite of the Dragon Quest games. Yeah, really great. We have Dragon Quest Builders 2. I think this is Akira Toriyama's artwork. Rest in peace. It's expanded from the first game, but it's pretty much a similar thing. It's still good though. It has different reverse cover art. That's the other cover art, which is like the in-game model, but I use this art because I actually prefer this art. That's why there's no barcode on the back. Dragon Quest Heroes. I am not going to say the whole name of this game because what were they thinking with that title? This is basically Dynasty Warriors with Dragon Quest. That's literally what this is. It's a good game though. We have Dragon. I'm going to stop saying we have because it's probably going to get annoying for people. Dragon Quest Heroes 2. This one is a lot more RPG-like. It's still the Dynasty Warriors style for Dragon Quest, but it is like more of an open RPG kind of. But yeah. Wait, did I just say? I could have sworn that I thought they said 250 gigabytes. I was about to say, what the hell? We have Dreams. A great game that has a bunch of games in it. This was basically Roblox on PlayStation before Roblox came to PlayStation. I believe the game has been like they've ceased services to it. So there's no. I don't think there's any new games added, but you can still play the ones that exist on it. But yeah, it's still good. Shame we never got a PS5 version of it, though. We still haven't seen what Media Molecule's working on for PS5. We have Drive Club. Basically, an alternative to Gran Turismo that had brilliant, brilliant weather effects. The weather effects in this game... When did this game come out? Let's see. 2013. This game had very impressive weather effects for a game from 2013. Shame they never expanded on this for PS5. But I understand why they didn't, because Gran Turismo basically took that spot. Which Gran Turismo is like the definitive like PlayStation racing game. You have Dying Light the Following, which includes everything. Brilliant, brilliant game. Better than the sequel, in my opinion. Just me and my partner Neku, who you'll, if you watch my Let's Plays, you'll have heard and seen in the Goat Sim video. We played through this. We had a blast playing through this. Yeah, brilliant game. Everybody's Golf. This game, the services for this game, like I've said with others before, is no longer supported. So don't expect to play the online mode on this game anymore. Other Everybody's Golf games, or as they used to be called in the US, Hot Shots Golf, used to have guest characters in them. This doesn't. Instead, it has like a chocobo cart thing. Yeah, they added Final Fantasy to us. We have. Oops, what did I just do? I don't know what I just did. We have. I've done this before. We have Far Cry 4. It's an okay game. The Far Cry games for me kind of blend together. You know, they kind of all blend together to be the same like thing. But yeah. We have why do I keep saying that? Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD Remaster. Again, really good. Like from the PS2, like one of the best Final Fantasy games. Not my favorite Final Fantasy. We'll get to that. But still a brilliant Final Fantasy game that has both games on the disc. 10 is the highlight. 10-2 is okay. This cover art I love though. But yeah, it's still great. I like how it says 2 of the most celebrated adventures of the generation. How about one of the most celebrated and one that just exists? There are some redeeming qualities to 10-2, but yeah. Final Fantasy XII Zodiac Age. This is a limited. It says here limited steelbook edition. I'm pretty sure they meant to say limited edition steelbook. It's remastered. Also, Varn there. It's remastered from the PS2 game that has some extra stuff in it that wasn't in the original game. Like new gameplay, like the Zodiac system, like improved battle mechanics and stuff. So it is a better version of the original game. Also, this version of it, the Steelbook, has awesome artwork on it. Now we get to my favorite numbered Final Fantasy game. Final Fantasy 15. I love this game so much. The story in this game is incredible, in my opinion. Heartbreaking and heartwarming. Stand By Me is a perfect opener and closer for this story. If you know, you know. Yeah, just a absolutely incredible game that I think a lot of people unfairly criticize. I mean, there are criticisms to be had for it, but a lot of people unfairly like shit on this game because it started the whole not being turn-based thing, which that's not a problem. Maybe I like it so much because it's basically a Kingdom Hearts game in the Final Fantasy skin. We have Final Fantasy Type 0 HD. This is, up until 16 came out, this would have been regarded as the darkest Final Fantasy game. Graphically, this game is terrible though. It's literally a port of a PSP game, but they've just upscaled to HD. But yeah, it's still a good game. Gets very tricky in places though. Dissidia, Final Fantasy NT. I had to check the spine, so that's how you say it. This is the Final Fantasy fighting game. You can get a free version of this that only includes a couple of characters, but you still have to get everything else. Yeah, I really like this one, and I really wish they would do a Kingdom Hearts game in this style. But yeah, Disney probably isn't ever going to agree to that. I probably triggered people by having that under F for Final Fantasy, but I do. Same with this one. World of Final Fantasy. Now, I remember when they added, for I think it was the 20th anniversary of Kingdom Hearts, they added, I think it was the 20th. Was it 20th or was it the 15th? It was one of the anniversaries for Kingdom Hearts. They added Sora as a summon in this. And he's really OP. But yeah, it's a cute, chibi Final Fantasy game that's very traditional Final Fantasy style. I like how it says only on PlayStation up there when this game is on Switch now as well. So we have. Sorry, I keep saying that. Theatre Rhythm, Final Bar Line. I put this under the Final Fantasy games because who are we kidding? It is a Final Fantasy game. I've played the hell out of this game. I love the soundtrack in this game, obviously because it's Final Fantasy music. Just it's a brilliant, brilliant game. They picked the right songs, in my opinion, and it has some really good DLC with it too. Would highly, highly recommend, especially if you're into like the rhythm kind of games. And that's not the only time we'll see that kind of game. We'll see it a couple. We'll see it about 2 more times. We have Gang Beasts. This game is absolutely hilarious if you have people with you. If you're on your own, not so much. But if you have people with you, this game is actually hilarious. Ghostbusters, the video game remastered. Can we still call this the unofficial Ghostbusters 3? Like, even though we now have like Afterlife and Frozen Empire, are we still able to call this Ghostbusters 3? Because that's basically what this is. Like, it literally... That boss is horrifying, by the way. It's literally the third movie. Like, it has all of the original cast. Yeah, look. Voices and likeness of Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis, and Ernie Hudson. So this was one of the last things that they worked on together. But yeah, it's pretty much... It's like... It literally is like the third movie with the original cast that we never actually got. Ghost of Tsushima. Yes, I'm aware there's a PS5 version of this, but I have to pay extra for the PS5 version, and to be perfectly honest with you, I don't think there's enough content with the PS5 version to warrant it. But yeah, a really, really nice game. Really good game, too. Gianna Sisters Twisted Dreams Director's Cut. Old school kind of platformer that kind of reminds me, art style wise, of Rayman Legends. But yeah, it's actually pretty decent. Now, this game is very, 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 very valuable, very, very expensive, and very, very rare. Godzilla. Now, unfortunately, this game isn't that good. Now, this game, because I don't know why, this game is very, very rare. If you look at eBay listings for this game, yeah, the prices for this game are ridiculous. I mean, I understand it's expensive because the game is rare, but at the same time, the game isn't that good to justify it. The cover art is awesome though, but yeah, it's just, this game is very expensive to find now. Very expensive. God Eater 2, Rage Burst, which also includes the original God Eater Resurrection. I played the hell out of this game when I first got it. Really enjoyed it. I enjoyed both this and the first game that's included with it. Very good games. Never seen the anime though, which I think the game is basically anime. The anime is like God Eater 3. Didn't get into this one as much, but I still enjoyed it. Also, yes, that weapon is very strange. Yeah, just, it's still good. Up to 8 players. Never try the multiplayer, so I can't attest to how good that is. God of War. I don't really need to say anything about this game. You guys should all know what this game is, but it's still a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant game. Highly recommended. And just a heads up, I don't have The Last of Us Remastered or Spider-Man on PS4 because I have the better PS5 version of those games now, so that's why. Gundam Versus. It's pretty much... Well, it's Gundam. It's basically what you'd expect from a Gundam game. It's just pretty much fighting in different Gundams from the different gens. Has pretty much every Gundam, like you can think of, like all the different like animes and stuff and OVAs. New Gundam Breaker, pretty much toy Gundams in this one. Not as good. It's weird fighting as Gundams in like toy stores and stuff. Yeah, it's kind of strange. Kind of makes me think of the robot fight things in Kingdom Hearts 3. Horizon Zero Dawn, a great game again. Forbidden West, a lot of people would argue is better. Yeah, just still a really good game. 2017 was a fantastic year for games, by the way. Infamous First Light. This was a smaller game that was like a standalone, separate thing from the other Infamous game. It's a pretty good game still. Infamous Second Son, which I don't. Was it a launch game? It's still a really good game that I would recommend. This and First Light are connected to each other. This is the larger of the two games, though. Basically, First Light is to Infamous Second Son what Spider-Man Miles Morales is to Spider-Man. Injustice, Gods Among Us Ultimate Edition, including all of the DLC characters. One thing that annoys me with this game is that Raven is a villain. I mean, she was at that point in time in the comics, but still, she's more known for being a hero than a villain. Injustice 2. The story in this one is really, really great. Actually, would recommend picking this up for the story, and also because Blue Beetle is in it. Yeah. Shame we haven't got Injustice 3. It Takes Two. A game it's impossible to play solo. Yeah, you can't play this game solo. It's impossible to. But yeah. Also has PS5 upgrade. But yeah, brilliant game. Played through this with Neku. Yeah, brilliant game. Killzone Shadow Fall. It says that because it came with my PS4. My original PS4, which broke. I now have a PS4 Pro. And obviously I play on PS5 now. This was a launch game. It was okay. It wasn't fantastic or anything. Just, it was okay. Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 plus 2.5. I'm going to do a playthrough of these games on the channel pretty soon, actually. I love the Kingdom Hearts series. It's my favorite game series. Obviously, I've named my YouTube persona after that guy on the throne right there. Adore these games. Kingdom Hearts, brilliant game. Chain of Memories is brilliant on the Game Boy Advance. Not so good here. 352 Days should have been playable. Kingdom Hearts 2, my second favorite game of all time. Absolutely love that game. Has my favorite story of any game ever. Birth by Sleep, very underrated game. Probably the second best Kingdom Hearts game after 2. Recoded. Let's just say Recoded exists. Also, why is there a stain? Why is there a white mark on... Okay. Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter Prologue. This has Dream Drop Distance, which gets a lot of hate from people, but I understand why they did what they did with Sora. 0.2 Birth by Sleep, a fragmentary passage, where you play as Aqua, which is a prologue to 3, and Back Cover, which is basically leading into Union Cross. I love Sora's KH 3DD outfit. I absolutely love his Dream Drop Distance outfit. I think his KH2 outfit's best, though. Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't know why people hate on this game. I love it. This is also, interestingly, this is my favorite video game box art ever. I love this box art. I love this game. It's just another brilliant game, in my opinion. The ending makes me bawl my freaking eyes out. Yeah, I adore this. I love the whole Kingdom Hearts series, like, pretty much. Melody and Memory. Now, this one is sealed because I have this game digitally on my PS4. And I bought it digitally because at the time this game came out, I believed we were going to be in lockdown. And there would have been no way to go out and get this game. So I bought it digitally, which gave me a exclusive theme for my PS4 Pro, which was kind of cool. But yeah, I have the physical version here that is still sealed and will remain sealed for all of time. And it goes back, it doesn't go in the collection with the others, this goes on my Kingdom Hearts shelf. But yeah. We have Knack, which again says don't not be sold separately because this again came on my PS4. This game's bad. This game is really fucking bad. It's basically a tech demo that didn't work out too well. How this game got a sequel, I don't know. I don't have the sequel. I have no intention of playing the sequel. But yeah, this game is fucking awful. Cool concept, but just the game itself is bad. Oh boy. Oh boy. I was dreading this one. This game is the reason why I was dreading doing this video. The Last of Us Part 2. Now, it doesn't matter what I say about this game, because whatever I say about this game, somebody is going to be pissed off. If I say I love this game, people who hate it are going to be pissed off. If I say I hate this game, people who love it are going to be pissed off. So I'm screwed either way with what I say about this. I'm just going to say it. This game is visually incredible. From a story standpoint, it fucking destroys any lessons that Joel tried to teach Ellie in the first game. And it disrespects the original, game so much that I understand people's anger towards it. Do I think that this game is the worst game ever made? Hell no. It has redeeming qualities. Do I think that this game deserves all the fucking Game of the Year awards and all the accolades that it has? Hell no. This game, basically, and before you're like, oh, you're just a hater because you're a man. I am bisexual, bitches. So, yeah. Don't come at me with the, you just hate it because you're not, because you're not LGBTQ. I am LGBTQ. I just hate this game because I hate what it fucking does to the story of the first game, which I think is a fucking phenomenal story. Also, this game did not need a PS5 remaster, but we have it for some reason. Yeah, just, thank God I don't have to mention that game anymore. The Last Guardian. Really, really nice, cute game. Trigo is adorable. Just a calming game too, but yeah, it can be tricky in places. Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham. The most disappointing of the Lego Batman games because there's literally no open world at all to speak of, so yeah. Lego City Undercover. I don't need to say anything about this because I already spoke about this in the Switch collection video, but yeah, it's just basically Lego GTA. Lego Dimensions. Cool concept that didn't really succeed because the amount of money that you had to spend. I mean, it's cool that you actually had to make the Legos and stuff. And there were some cool, things in it, like Back to the Future, Doctor Who, Adventure Time, Mission Impossible, Sonic, Portal, Ghostbusters, that kind of thing. The problem was, if you wanted everything that this game had to offer, you had to spend a fucking ridiculous amount of money. And yeah, the end product. It'd be nice to get a remaster of this game that has everything built into it without you having to use the toys, because that kind of ruined this. Also, Simpsons was in it too. I just remembered that kind of ruined this game. To be honest with you, cool concept, just ridiculous amount of money required to experience everything in it, and they never got to use half of the things that they had the licenses to use. Lego Incredibles, again, I mentioned this in the Switch Collection video, so I don't really need to talk about it here. It just tells both movies. The Lego Movie game, better than the Lego Movie 2 game by a long, long shot. Cool character cast, but yeah. Feels authentic to the movie too. Lego Marvel Superheroes, a launch game for PS4. A good game. A very good game, actually. I just realized I have Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 on PlayStation 4 as well, but I forgot to put it with this. Yeah, and I can't get it now. But yeah, that was the only game I missed out. I knew I missed a game out. Lego Star Wars The Force Awakens. A cool idea. Like, the whole movie is told here, but yeah, still good. Little Big Planet 3, which recently had its servers shut down, I believe. But yeah, it's still a really, really good game, and I'm hoping that the reason they did that is because we're getting Little Big Planet 4, but I highly doubt we'll get that because of the Sackboy game. But yeah, it's a really fun game. Also, my cousin adores this franchise. Like, literally. Medieval. A very, very, very faithful remake of the original game. Pretty much beat for beat the same game as the original, just with very also says 4K visuals. Only 4K if you play it on PS5 or PS4 Pro. But yeah, just it's still a great game. It's the same as you know it, but just modernized. Shame we never got a Medieval 2 remake out of it though. Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes. Basically, like leading into the main event of Metal Gear Solid 5. Also, the PlayStation version has the Deja Vu mission. Each platform had its own exclusive mission, but this one I think had the best one because it's like a throwback to the original Metal Gear Solid. Kojima himself is in that game too, actually. We have Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain. My least favorite of the numbered Metal Gear games. I feel like this one tried to do too much. But yeah, it's just okay. It's Kojima's send-off to the franchise. Minecraft. If you need me to tell you anything about what this game actually is, what the hell are you doing? Have you been living under a rock for like the past few years? Yeah. Also, kind of expensive to find a physical version of this now for some reason. I don't know why. Moving out. Hilariously fun game in co-op. Hilariously fun game. The sequel is out now, actually. Which I don't have physically because I've got it digitally. NBA Live 15. That scribbled out says promotional only. This is a promotional copy. What I mean by that is, it is the full game. It is, yeah, for display purposes only. It is the full game. It's just the case is a display case, which is why I've kept it. Because I think it's novel that I have a game that has the like store display case. It's the only NBA game I have on PS4. I got rid of all the others because I didn't need them anymore because the PS5 games are better. Need for Speed Rivals was a launch game for PS4. Had very, very, very good weather effects. Very good weather effects. Need for Speed. Yes, it's just called Need for Speed. It's the second one on the PS4 though. Required online at all times. And I'm pretty sure the online is completely shut down now. Oh yeah, this was the weird one that had the live action actors in it. Yeah. The fact that this game required online at all times, even for single player, kinda crippled this game at launch and has crippled it even more as the years have gone on. Yeah. It was a pretty bad reboot, to be fair. Need for Speed Payback. The best Need for Speed game on the PS4, in my opinion. This is very Fast and Furious type. Love the way that they do this game, with the plot, the way that they do everything with this game. Kind of like it. I don't have Heat on PS4 anymore because I have it on Xbox. New Super Lucky's Tale. I already talked about this in the Switch collection video, so again, I'm not going to talk about it here. Just, yeah, I don't need to talk about it here. Nier Automata. Yeah, this is a really good game too. Very dystopian. A lot of different gameplay styles mesh together in this game. Yeah. Next pile. This is not actually, this might not take as long as I thought. One Piece World Seeker. This is the game that's set on the prison island, the open world one. A really good One Piece game, actually, in my opinion. I believe there's a movie this is based off of. I could be wrong, but yeah. Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight. It's a Persona rhythm game. It's a really good game. The soundtrack setlist is fantastic. I'm actually really good at this game. If it wasn't for the fact that me playing this would probably get me, for two things. Playing it in a Let's Play would probably get me flagged immediately, because music, like, yeah, licensed music. But also, it would be impossible for me to play this game and talk at the same time. So, I would do a Let's Play to show how good I am at it, but, yeah. Incredible soundtrack is right. I don't unfortunately have the Persona 3 dancing game. Portal Knights, the Gold Throne Edition. This is pretty much Minecraft. Portal Knights is basically Minecraft. There's more to it than that, but effectively it is essentially just Minecraft. Psychonauts 2. This is the Motherlobe Edition, which has a lenticular sleeve, which is this. Which is really cool. 6 premium stickers, 6 art cards. You'll download for behind the scenes at work. And then that's the regular artwork underneath. Really like this game. Shame they never gave us a PS5 version of this game, even though there's a Series X version. But yeah, very good game. Was well worth all of the accolades that it received. Yeah, this cover art is really great too. Putty Squad. This game is weird. You play as this little putty thing, and you have to, like, go through these levels, getting rid of these gangster cats and carrots. It's very... What the fuck is that? It's a very strange game. It says it retro, because this game was actually originally an Amiga game that got released on PS4 before the original. So it's a remake that came out before the original, believe it or not. But yeah, you can tell just from this cover that this game is fucking insane. Ratchet and Clank. This is the remake that is based on the movie, which is a very underrated movie in my opinion. The game is fantastic. One of the best games on PS4 in my opinion. Exclusives anyway. And yeah, honestly, it wasn't even a full price release, so yeah, Insomniac nailed it with this. Resident Evil Origins Collection, which has Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil the original. They're basically the same remakes that you know. Resident Evil 4. This is the original Resident Evil 4. Do I need to say anything about this game other than the fact that this game is brilliant, but obviously the remake is better in my opinion. But yeah, this game has been ported to pretty much everything. But yeah, one of the highest rated games in history. Yeah, it is. It actually is. Yeah. Resident Evil 5. This is probably the next one they'll remake. When IGN stupidly made that video saying that this game doesn't need to be remade because it's a perfect game. It's not a fucking perfect game at all. In fact, this game could probably benefit from a remake. Yeah, IGN said a stupid thing with this. But yeah, it's okay. It's good. Also interesting that that's an 18 when 4 is a 15. Resident Evil 6. This is the Resident Evil game that everybody hates. Personally, I think it depends on the story you do. I think the best story is Leon's, in my opinion. The others are kind of just eh. But yeah, it's fun to play it through co-op though. But yeah, it's not the best Resident Evil by any measure. Resident Evil Revelations. This is the one on the cruise ship we play as Jill. It was originally a 3DS game that got a remaster on PS4. Pretty good game. Resident Evil Revelations 2. This is the episodic game on the island. It's okay. I wouldn't say it's as good as the first one, but yeah, it's still pretty good. We were supposed to get Revelations 3, but we never did. Also, it says box set for some reason. We were supposed to get a third one, but we never did. Saints Row 4, Re-elected and Get Out of Hell. Cool cover art. Saints Row 4 I love. I think Saints Row 4 gets too much hate. It's a way better game than the reboot, put it that way. But yeah, I like Saints Row 4. Maybe it's because it's got so many video game references, but I love it. I've played it multiple times. I would do a Let's Play of it on the channel, but the problem is when you try playing this game on PS5, it fucking crashes a lot. So, yeah, that's kind of the only downside. Sega Mega Drive Classics, or Sega Genesis Classics in the US. Over 50 classic games. I'm not going to read that entire list, but just take my word for it, there are some classic games there. Yeah, good collection. But these collections are released on every fucking platform these days, so I'm half expecting them to release one like this on PS5 eventually, so yeah. Shadow of the Colossus, the remake. Another brilliant, brilliant, brilliant game. Would highly recommend it. Not really many games like it. Shantae Half Genie Hero Ultimate Edition. Odd that this got the... I have all the other stuff over there on the shelf. Odd that this got the... Odd that this game got a remake. Well, a remake, but like, this game got a physical release when the others didn't. Probably because this was before Limited Run got their hands on the franchise. Shovel Knight. Apparently the physical version of this is very rare. I wouldn't know that though, but apparently it is. It's Shovel Knight. You all know what it is. Brilliant game. The case is heavy for some reason. Oh, has an actual proper manual. You don't see that anymore. But yeah, cool. Skylanders Imaginators. This is the Skylanders game that has Crash Bandicoot in it. That's the only reason I own this, because it's the only game of this type I can play as both Crash and Spyro. But yeah. Oh, and Cortex, too. Cortex is another one. Sniper Elite 4. It's Sniper Elite. It's the fourth one. It's cool. Levels are really long, though. Sonic Forces. What the fuck? It's a cobweb. Ew. This game was supposed to be a sequel to Generations, but obviously we all know how that story panned out. I need to keep my feet away from the thing, because they're feet people. South Park Fetch But Whole. I spoke about this in the Switch Collection video. I think this is the best of the three South Park games we have of this with the new kid. But yeah. A game that you're going to be familiar with on my channel if you watch my Let's Plays. Spyro Reignited Trilogy. Again, I'm playing through the first one of this right now. Yeah, really great games. Plan on playing through the other two as well. I should probably mention, besides Kingdom Hearts, I also plan on doing a playthrough of Final Fantasy 15. I plan on playing through a lot of PS4 games and PS5 games as well. Stardew Valley. This game has a soundtrack and a booklet and everything with it. This game took over my freaking life when it first came out. And where is he? He's not on the back. I picked Sam for mine because he reminded me of my partner Connor. But yeah, love this game a lot. Very addictive. Brilliant game. One of my favorite indie games actually. Star Ocean: Integrity and Faithlessness. A lot better, a lot better than the other Star Ocean game that's on PS5. Put it that way. But yeah, pretty good game still. Star Ocean games are very weird with the thing. This one is odd. Steven Universe saved Light and OKKO Let's Play Heroes. Why Steven Universe has this big part of the cover here and OKKO has a little part, I don't know. But interestingly, both games are on the same disc, which is odd. But yeah. I've never seen a double pack like this before. This is the only time I've seen a double pack of 2 random games like this. This was a nightmare to put on the shelf because it always looks odd. But yeah, I don't know why Steven has the big part and OKKO has the little part. I guess because Steven Universe is the more known of the shows. But yeah. Both games are actually pretty good, though. The Steven Universe one's actually really good. Strange Brigade. Basically, Uncharted mixed with Zombie Army. Very funny game in places, too. Yeah, highly recommend playing that. Sword Art Online Lost Song. This is the one that's in Alfheim. Anybody who saw my Switch collection or my PS5 collection knows I adore Sword Art Online. It's my favorite anime. Yeah. I have a review planned of something very special that I have of Sword Art Online, actually. But yeah. It's okay. It's a good game. Hollow Realization of Sword Art Online. I mentioned this in the Switch video, so I don't really need to talk much about this one. But yeah. Asal World versus Sword Art Online. Asal World being the other anime by the same creator. Also, this case does not, for some reason, have the PlayStation logo. No idea why, but this game doesn't have the PlayStation logo on the spine of the case. Odd that it doesn't, but it just doesn't for some reason. Tales of Systeria. A pretty okay game. I wouldn't say it's a fantastic game, but it's still a good game. Like how they just slap bonus content up there. But yeah, it's still good. Tales of Berseria. This is a very female-focused Tales game. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's also very, very sexual, too. For whatever reason. They just decided to go in that direction with it. Yeah. Tearaway Unfolded. This is there from the Crazy Little Planet. This was originally a Vita game. Really good game, actually. Very cool art style and everything in it, too. We have TMNT, Shredder's Revenge. This is also on PS5. I don't think you can use this with like a PS5 upgrade. There's a keyring and booklet in here, apparently. Well, I expected the booklet to be a larger size, but the keyring just basically assault. Oh, that's cool. It's a little pizza. That's actually cool. That's actually a cool little thing. I can't be annoyed at that. That's actually cool. We have Tetris Effect. One of my favorite games ever. This is literally not even joking. This is my favorite puzzle game. I actually adore this game. This is literally my favorite puzzle game. But yeah, just a fantastic, fantastic game. The music is phenomenal too. I would do a playthrough of this on the channel, but again, that darn copyright. Because it has a PS5 version I have. The Trine Ultimate Collection, which has Trine, Trine 2, Trine 3, and Trine 4. Trine 3, I think, is a 3D game. The other 3 are side-scrollers. But yeah, it's cool. Tropico Ultimate Complete Collection, or Tropico 5 Complete Collection, has all of the DLC. It's Tropico 5 that we know, with all the DLC included. Yeah. Trover Saves Universe, a very, very hilarious. I forgot about that. Very hilarious game that is actually really funny to play. It's enhanced by VR. I've never played it in VR, but I've seen people play it in VR. It's hilarious to play that. Uncharted, the Nathan Drake Collection, which has Uncharted 1, 2, and 3. Again, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant games. 2 is the best of the trilogy. 1 is a bit jank by today's standards. But yeah, brilliant, brilliant games. Also, that cover art I have on a t-shirt. Until Dawn, the extended edition. Obviously, this is going to be made on PS5 as well. But yeah, it's still a great game. Rami Malek and Hayden Panettiere are in this game. I think there's other people in it too, but yeah, it's a pretty good game. V-Rally 4. It's a rally game. Did I mention? No, I didn't. I thought I had this on Switch. Yeah, it's a okay rally game, I guess. Watch Dogs. Interestingly, I do have Watch Dogs 2 somewhere, but I couldn't find it. I might have it on Xbox. I'm not sure. Yes, I do. I'm looking at it. I have it on Xbox. That's why I can't have it. This game is Legion is the best one in my opinion. The series is just hit and miss all over the place. Wipeout and Mega Collection, which has Wipeout HD Fury and Wipeout 2048. I love this cover art. This cover art is actually a throwback to the original game's PS1 cover art. So I love that. There's also actually a special edition you can get of this game that actually has this artwork, but with the PS1 thing on it instead. Love this artwork because it reminds me so much of the original PS1 artwork. We have Wolfenstein: The Old Blood. This was a game that led into the New Order. Where's the other Wolfenstein game? The Colossus one. I could have sworn I had the first Wolfenstein game, New Order, but apparently I don't. This is The Old Blood. I could have sworn I had New Order, but apparently I don't. But yeah, still a pretty good game. Old by day standards, though. Worms WMD All Stars with the lenticular cover. You have the extra characters in here. You have, it says some more. You have characters, exclusive content from Rocket League, Goat Simulator, Broforce, Payday 2, Saints Row 4. Yeah, because you see you've got, like, the Payday characters. You've got Rocket League in the back there. You've got Yuka. Or was that Laylee? You've got Pilgor. You've got Johnny Gat. You got one of the masks from Payday. You got Broforce up there. So yeah, this has bonus content from other games, and I love that this artwork moves. A fun game. Worms games will always be fun. We also have Worms Battlegrounds, which is again another really fun Worms game. Not as good as WMD in my opinion, but still a pretty good game. And last, we have Yooka-Laylee, a Banjo-Kazooie inspired game. Really like this one. Would highly recommend it to anybody that loves 3D platforms. Yeah, that was the PS4 collection. Now, surprisingly, even though this is the largest collection I have of any platform, it's actually the shortest collection video. Odd, right? That this is the shortest of the collection videos. So even though it's the largest collection I have, it might be because I didn't really need to say much about some games, but it's still odd, isn't it? That this largest collection was the shortest video. But anyway, that was my PS4 games collection. Let me know in the comments if there's any games you'd be interested in seeing me do a let's play of at any point. But yeah, this is Sora signing out. I love you guys. Peace.